Now, everyone knows the 3DS eShop and the Wii U eShop are closing, and that sent, like me and many others, into a freaking state of panic. What the heck is happening with games? Are these games gonna go up for buco duco dollars? Nobody knows. That's why I'm like, okay, I gotta buy these games like a freaking doomsday prepper, bro. I gotta buy this shit right now. So for the past month, I've been like a madman, going to retro stores, going to eBay, freaking going to the markets, fist fighting people in the streets for any copies of any games I can find for a decent price. And this video is kind of about my journey the past month, talking and showing the games that I managed to get and all that kind of stuff. So strap yourself in. We're gonna find out what's better, online or in person, or what kind of deals can you get on there. I'm not trying to make a fight between the internet and real life, because that's a whole other topic for another video, and I'm not mentally equipped for that kind of challenge. So let's talk about the state of buying video games in 2022. Now, initially, I started buying games online. I immediately went straight to eBay, because eBay is like the #1 place where you can pretty much get everything. You can get video games on there, you can get a bed frame, you could probably get freaking James Franco's left nut one day. There's everything on there, and you can pretty much just buy to your heart's content. Pretty much, I went through looking at all the games I always wanted, looking for games that I wanted to sweep up, mainly 3DS and Wii U stuff, but it kind of trickled into the PSP and PS2 area. And I found a lot of games on there are pretty expensive, even games that people don't really want. What the heck? And also games that people really want, like me, especially trying to find freaking Dragon Quest.
No, don't pull. No. Ah! Damn.
Despite all of that madness, there's definitely some games that you can get for a decent price. I mean, if you're looking for like Pokemon and Zelda, sometimes you can find a good price. Like, I've got a couple of decent sales on those couple of games, so you can definitely buy games for a pretty decent price. I'd probably recommend checking auctions rather than buy it nows, because that's really where you can definitely get the most bang for your buck. Or always do make an offer. You know, I'm always got that barter level 100, so I'm always trying to get even $1, $5 off, because hey, you might laugh at me, but hey, if I buy 10 games and I'm getting like $3 off each, that's $30. That's like literally like 4 copies of Tekken Dark Resurrection for the PSP right there. So you'd be very surprised, you know, those little bits of money you can save. You can get another game out of that, even if you're just getting $1 off. People might laugh at you, but bro, it's your money. You should take care of it. Let's have a look at some games that I bought online. Enjoy my hands.
I bought on eBay.
So, after a month of buying retro games online and in retro stores, what did I get? How much money did I spend? I don't want to answer some of those questions, but let's start with some online sales. Now, the first thing I got was a freaking 3DS bundle, because I've had a door stopper for the entirety of my Nintendo 3DS life, and I was like, it's time to upgrade by upgrading to the launch model. So I got myself a Flame Red 3DS, and it actually came with these 5 games on eBay. You got Ocarina of Time, Kid Icarus, Rayman, Crush 3D, and Nintendogs. And all this set me back about $180. So that's actually not too bad, especially considering Kid Icarus alone is like $120. So hey, that's actually not a bad deal. Pretty good. Now I've got 2 copies of Ocarina of Time, which means I don't have to delete my 3 save files constantly when I'm replaying the game. So yeah, that's double the save files, double the playtime, baby.
Get some bugs.
Now, I did buy a couple more bundles. I bought a DS bundle and a Wii bundle. Starting off with the DS bundle, I got Harry Potter, Sonic the Classic Collection, and Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light. All in all, this cost me 64 bucks, which is a really good price considering this game alone is about 60 bucks. A Classic Collection I've easily seen go for 20 bucks. This is kind of pennies, but hey, this is a game I can destroy at some point in my life, so I'm just saving that for a rainy day. Yeah, it's pretty good. They're all in box. This one is an X rental, so it's probably why it was a bit more on the cheaper side. But hey, I mean, 3 games for 60 bucks, especially because this got 4 games in it. That got 4 games in it, so pretty good. Next, the ambitious Red Steel Dual Pack bundle I got on eBay. This was, yeah, $20, so 10 bucks a game, not too bad. I think it was 25 originally, but I did the make an offer thing because I'm a cheapskate, and I like to get games for as cheap as possible, so hey, not too bad. I mean, I've seen these games go for like 15 to 20 bucks each online, so Red Steel 1 more around the $10 range, and Red Steel 2 I've seen go for like 30 bucks, so hey, not a bad deal. Bundles are definitely a good way to go, but sometimes you do end up with dodgy games like this in your collection, and you're like, what do I do with it?
Stick it up your fucking dick hole! My fucking what?
So the last kind of bundle thing that I got was actually from PlayAsia, not eBay. So I got Tales of the Abyss, Journey of the Cursed King, and a circle pad attachment for my Flame Red 3DS. Let's get it. These games are both 60 bucks each, which is really good. It's basically retail price, and you don't really get that. The only thing that's kind of weird is this is a little bit short. If you actually look, it's kind of cut off a bit. That might be why it was only $60. But I don't know if that's normal or not, and this one seems to be perfectly fine. They both got all the manuals and everything inside, and you know, pretty good price for all of them. I think yeah, so these were 60 bucks each and this was 20 bucks. These easily go for, yeah, 100 plus each.
Cool, blimey!
And I've seen Circle Pad Pros not even in box go for like $30-40, so pretty good steal, man. Like legit, just have a look online. Especially places like PlayAsia and AmiAmi, you might be able to find some accessories that you really want. Or some power games decently cheap. They had a bunch of power games on there, so...
Cool, blimey!
So first up, Thor God of Thunder. Actually a hidden gem, I'd highly recommend playing this. Got this for $28 on eBay, and this normally goes for like 60 bucks, so not too bad. Ever since I bought this one though, I have not seen one that's gone for the same price, so you might be a bit out of luck, but hey, I mean, pretty good savings. I mean, I saved like basically 30 bucks, so not too bad. This was actually the latest DS game I bought, Hotel Dusk Room 215. I got this, I believe it was 25. So, not too bad. I've seen this go for around that price. I didn't really get a banger of a deal on this one, but I just wanted it for my collection. And, you know, some of the cool, unique games like this are still available. And if you see here, because it's PAL, it says 501 languages. So remember, if you're buying a PAL game, even if it has a French cover, you're gonna be able to play it, because it's gonna have an English option. Which was a big driving factor for me to buy this. This is Dragon Quest VII, which I got for $58. Yes, it has the French cover, unfortunately, but you know what, it's not too bad because it's kind of cool to have a French game and also plays in English, so not much of a problem. If you have, you know, a PAL console and you're trying to find a cheaper alternative to the game, definitely look at, you know, the French and Italian versions of the game, because normally they'll have an English setting. Dragon Quest IX, this is probably the game I saved the most money on. I got this for 35 bucks complete, which is pretty damn nice, and I've seen this go online for 60-70 bucks. So, you know what, there's still some pretty great deals on eBay. Definitely with DS games. I mean, I'm normally a Nintendo guy. I did also get, like, a PSP game for 10 bucks, but most PSP games are 10 bucks. But yeah, not too bad. And I've got a couple of Wii U games, which are pretty sick as well. One is Red Day of the Sky Soldier, and one is Wind Waker HD. Wind Waker HD I got a pretty damn good deal on. It was about $64.99, I think it was, at the end. So not too bad considering this game goes for about 80 to 90 bucks. I got a pretty good deal. I mean, I got like, what, like 20 bucks off, so not too bad. You can definitely find these games for pretty cheap. Sometimes you just have to wait it out. Sometimes you have to go into some bidding wars.
Aim for the heart or you'll never stop me.
Next up, I'm kind of including this because this is a bit of a tragedy story. Now, looking at this at a quick glance, you're like, oh yeah, this is normal. But the longer you look at it, you realize one is not like the other. Look at the quality of the cover. That's the first thing I noticed when I opened it. And I couldn't tell because I was looking at it on a phone camera. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is atrocious. Look at this, look how pixelated that is compared to something like this. Absolutely atrocious.
Me? You think this is funny? In a cosmic sort of way, yes. Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks? What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness! Squidward!
And you can really tell inside when you see this. And you see how high quality the quick start and the disc is. And I got this one. It was not too expensive. It was like $45. And I was like, oh man, this is so much cheaper to all the other ones online. You know, all the other ones online are like 80 bucks. And I found out that's because number one, well, it had a proper case, and number two, it came with the Wii copy of this game, which I didn't know was a thing. So I had to chase down a Wii copy of just the manual and the disc, which I did find. I actually got this for 11 bucks, which is pretty damn good actually, because it was loose and people wanted the case, but I wanted it to put it in here. So all in all, this was like, you know, I still technically saved money, but at what cost, bro? Look at the atrocity of that printing. I mean, what's the most obvious place to check apart from eBay if you want retro games? Retro stores, wise guy. When you go there, you find lots of retro games and things you want to buy. That shit's full of not only games, but also great merchandise. You can get the Super Mario Game Boy SP bag. You can get freaking a stack of Game Informer magazines for $5. You can get Skylanders Trap Team for like 30 cents. You can pretty much get everything you want in there, and a lot of retro stores started stocking apparel and all sorts of stuff, so you can go there for the games, but you can stay for the Zelda Majora's Mask glow-up t-shirt, bro. There's got literally anything you can imagine is in these stores now, but unfortunately, a lot of the time, when you imagine a good price for a game, it's probably not at most retro stores. Now, don't get me wrong, you can sometimes find pretty good deals. You know, but if you're looking for things like NES, SNES, N64, PS1, you're probably gonna be paying through the freaking roof to get any games, especially things like Game Boy and GameCube are gonna be a lot.
I'm asking $1 million.
Sometimes it just gets to the point where you get ridiculous pricing. Like, I saw freaking Torna, The Golden Country, one of the most amazing games, especially if you're a Xenoblade fan, but not for $200+ for a season pass in a cartridge? You're telling me someone's gonna pay $200 buco duco dollars for that? You are shitting me, my friend.
Oh no!
Oh, got a rare doodah right here.
I find retro stores don't rotate stock too much, so I kind of could only really go in every now and then, but there's quite a few retro stores in my local area, so I was going to a different store each week just to kind of see what they had, and I actually got some pretty good results. Let's look at my highlights of what I bought over the past month.
Everyone, let's go!
So, starting off with probably the two biggest games I bought from the retro stores. Devil's Third and Twilight Princess HD. I got these both from the same store.
Awesome!
Devil's Third actually got a banger of a deal. This was only 25 bucks.
Hey?
Considering online this goes for easily $80 to $100.
Yeah!
So that was
nice
a really
going.
good deal. There was actually another retro store that had this for $100.
What?
So I ended up not buying it, and then I went to a different one, and this was only 25. So actually really, really good.
Not good enough.
Really happy to own a piece of Wii U history, especially after watching the What Happened on it by Matt McMuscles. I definitely recommend you guys go check that out. It was really, really interesting. The other big Wii U game I got was Twilight Princess HD. Now, I paid $95 for this, which is actually okay. That's basically how much it would have been at retail. And yeah, this game goes for stupid amounts of money online, like easily 100+. Like, I've seen it go for like 180, 160, so I didn't mind paying that much. This is definitely the most I spent on a game, not including the bundles. So, you know, quite happy with that, actually. Now, these are some retro games. These are the handheld ones. I actually got these today. This is like the coolest 3DS game I got out of all of my retro store hauls. And this is Heroes of Ruin, which I got, as you can see, for 20 bucks. This goes online for like 35 to 40. It's like a goofy little Square Enix Diablo type of game.
Understood. I'll give it a shot.
It's got its quick start guide in there, so that's pretty handy. Pretty cool. Yeah, saved like 10 bucks on that. And
Alright.
I've recently got my PSP back, so I'm starting to build up my PSP collection. So I wanted to include all the PSP game, well, almost all the PSP games I got today. These 4 are probably my favorite ones, and I got them all like pretty decently cheap, and they're all like staples for the PSP. Tekken Dark Resurrection complete, $7.
Cool.
Ratchet and Clank Size Matters complete, 12 bucks. Jack and
That is
Daxter
so
Lost
you,
Frontier
Ryan.
complete, 15 bucks.
Wow.
Sid Meier's Pirates complete, 25 bucks.
I like it.
This one I've seen go for as cheap as 20, but I've seen it go for more.
It's okay.
These I've both seen go for around 15 bucks.
Whoa,
So I got about
that
the
was
same
close.
price. And Tekken, I got it for 7 bucks, but I've seen it go for 15 bucks
That's
online,
it.
10 bucks online, so I saved a little bit on that.
This is a good result. Can someone else handle this one?
Now, before we wrap up, I do want to talk about online marketplaces, places like Gumtree, Craigslist, everything like that, Facebook Marketplace, places which are kind of like eBay, but you actually have to meet up with the person to buy the stuff, and if you're socially awkward, it's an incredibly stressful experience, and you don't want to trust them to post it for some reason, even though it's the same as eBay, so you kind of got to meet up with them. And this actually can sometimes be a good avenue to get games. A lot of the time, it's kind of just shovelware and people selling off, their 10th copy of Nintendogs and Art Academy. But sometimes you can find some good deals, and people here, because they're kind of just regulars, they do tend to price their games pretty reasonably. Some people kind of know what it's worth and they'll put it up a bit, but other people will sell it for a reasonable price. And honestly, I only really bought one lot of games from the Facebook Marketplace during my time in this month just trying to find some games, and I did get a pretty damn good deal. This is definitely my oh my gosh moment. So first I got Final Fantasy III for $20, which is absolutely really good price. I've seen this go for, 30 and 50, so getting this for 20 bucks is amazing. But this next game is probably the one I am hyped about the most, which is Project Cross Zone for the 3DS. This is the game I never thought I would own. This was $80. 80 bucks is really good for this price. Yes, this game came out for 60 bucks. I paid 20 bucks above market to get this game. But online, this shit goes for stupid money. This shit goes for like $200. I saw this at a retro store for 180. So the fact that I got this for 80 bucks is really, really good.
Objection! Hold it! Take that! Objection! Take that!
Final results.
Those were the highlights of the online, in-store, and Facebook Marketplace, online marketplace type beats that I went to over the past month. I mean, I walked away with a lot of games. I mean, I only showed you guys a few, but I actually bought over 50 games this past month, really trying to get a good graphic.
Step 1, stay alive. Step 2, think about not doing something like that again!
Just keep searching and just find the right deals for you. You'll know in your heart if that's a good deal. Search online, search in person, search on the marketplaces. Kind of get an average for what the price should be and wait till you find an opportune time to get it for the right price. You know, a lot of those games that I bought in person, I looked at online and I debated buying online, but I was like, no, let me go into the retro stores first. You know, there's always going to be people posting shit online, but it's very rare that the stock will come back in retro stores. So honestly, if you really want to buy it online, get it, but always check retro stores because you never know, you might find a good deal, and vice versa. Go into a retro store. If you see a game you want, quickly go on eBay, check the prices. Is it a good price? That's always a good way. They're great ways to reference each other, but I think a mix of using online and in-store is really essential if you want to build your collection. There's something really satisfying about visiting a few retro stores in one day and bringing back a haul of like 5 or 10 games. And there's also something satisfying about winning a bidding war and coming out with something great like a 3DS bundle to start off your collection. So there's kind of a bit for everyone. And I want to know what retro hauls do you guys get? You know, what games have you been chasing? What was that amazing moment where you finally got the game you wanted and you thought, oh yeah, brother, this is the game on my mantelpiece. This is the game that's going to be buried in my coffin. I want to know, what's your coffin game, fellas? Let me know. But thank you guys so much for coming by. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be making a few more videos. Make sure to follow me on Twitch because I play a bunch of games on there and it's always hella chaotic. So, thanks for checking out the video, guys. Happy hunting, and always remember, keep shredding, fellas.